I think, yeah, in that regard, there should be some gun control. I think,
yes,
like controlling who can own those guns. Like there should be some law, like for it.
yes,
However, in the USA, um, this the people that manufacture those guns, like so people who produce or manufacture guns, they
yes,
lobby the government. So lobbying, lobbying, or like they give favor.
yeah,
So,
exactly.
okay,
So
so lobbying. So these gun manufacturers, they
yeah,
lobby those politicians not to have any laws for gun control, because
yes,
if they implement gun control, uh, these businesses will have loss. Like they will face loss or they will incur losses in their business,
yes,
and therefore they pay those politicians a lot of money to have gun control, like like to not to establish gun control in
yes,
the country, because
yes,
because if there's no gun control, they can sell more weapons and more guns, and they'll earn enough profit or like earn lot of money.
yes,
So
and and because the gun manufacturing
facturers, yep.
very developed, so they can pro- produce a lot of gun to train Ukraine fighting with
Yes, yes,
Russia.
exactly, exactly. So in the USA, like if you talk about those arms, like manufacturing. So arms
Yes,
basically means if you talk about like the military equipment from like if you talk, let's say, tanks, guns, missiles,
yes,
and other
yes,
stuffs, right? So
yes, exactly.
if there is violence or if there's actually like fights, right? Let's say wars or battles, they profit,
Yes,
because when there are wars, they get to manufacture more, like arms and sell.
yes,
let
yes,
let's say if you talk about the Israel, like Palestine or Palestine war, then if you talk
yes,
about Ukraine and Russia war, right?
yes,
So whenever there is a war going on in the world, these
yes,
US manufacturers, they earn
yes,
a lot of profit by selling
yes,
these weapons.
exactly. Yes, so
So they want the wars to take place so that
yes,
they can sell their weapons.
yes,
You know, these guys are very, very, like they're very like sick and dirty minded. These people,
yes,
all they care about is profit. So for them, it does not matter if somebody dies, as long
yes,
as they can earn profit. They don't care about somebody dying. So
yes,
these people, they're sick in the mind.
yes,
They have a very wicked mind,
yes,
but they don't care. All they
yes,
care about is earning profit, earning money. So
yes,
this is why they like when there are wars taking place, because that
yes,
means they can sell their weapons.
exactly. Yes,
Yeah. So these
and
people, they like violence because they can sell
yes,
weapons. Yep.
yes,
And
and before the 2022 years,
yeah,
the economy China something can over the
overtake
USA,
US.
and but and when Ukraine with Russia war, and the
Ah,
USA buy sell run a lot of, and so now
they're in the first
the
position again.
yeah, the economy of USA is in top one in the world.
Yep, in number one. Yep. Okay, so China was probably like about to overtake the US
Yes,
before the, like you could say, the Ukraine-Russia war,
yes,
and then when the war commenced, because they start selling those like the weapons, they again
yes,
increase the economy, like as in their, like you could say, the valuation of the economy increased.
yes,
Okay, but I think this US, they will not be relevant for much longer, because right now they have a debt. Okay,
yeah,
so let's see. US US economy, US economy debt. So let me just check. Okay, US economy debt. Yeah. Okay. So this one, you can check this out. This side, right? If you want to. Let me just share with you this page. Okay. So actually, the only reason US is still doing well, is because the dollar, which is their currency. The
yes,
currency is the, you could say, the reserve currency of the world. Okay, that is
yes,
the only reason why they're still doing pretty well.
yes.
Otherwise, they're actually doing quite badly. The U.S. economy.
Oh,
Okay, so
oh,
this one,
yes,
yep. So if you can see this one, as you can see here, can you see this?
yes.
Yeah, yeah. So if you
Oh,
say, right, so this one, the 34 trillion gross federal debt equals debt held by the public plus debt held by federal
yes,
trust funds and other government accounts. So actually,
yes,
the U.S. like economy, right? They're actually, they have a debt of a 34 trillion dollar debt, gross
yes,
federal debt. Actually, all right. So
yes,
technically, the U.S. economy is not doing very well actually.
yes,
But the only reason they're still, not in trouble is because their currency,
yes,
which is the American dollar, it is the
yes,
reserve currency of the world. That's the only reason
yes,
why they're still, able to kind of stay afloat or still do okay.
yes.
But have you heard about the BRICS, the BRICS economy? Have you heard about the
Uh,
BRICS? This
oh,
BRICS.
yes.
Have you heard about
I
the
know.
BRICS?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
about
yes,
BRICS. So the BRICS, they're planning to have their own currency. So
yes,
if you talk about this, so there's Brazil, Russia, India, China, and
yes,
South Africa. So
yes. Exactly. Yes,
they are planning to move away from the US dollar, and
yes,
they're going to make their own currency
yes.
for for trading and transaction. And
Exactly.
if
Yes,
once the BRICS economy make their own currency, the US
yes.
will be in trouble because
Oh, yes,
China, India, they are the two most populous countries in the whole world, right?
yes.
So
Exactly.
yeah,
Yes,
so about 3 billion people of the country, like the total world's population, is in these two countries, in
yes,
China and in India, and
yes,
also Russia is also a big economy. Same for Brazil
yes,
and also South Africa. So
yeah,
if they move away from the American dollar and they create their own currency, the US dollar will be in big trouble. Okay,
yes,
and then maybe the US economy will fall. My prediction is that by 2045, the US economy will be like, in a very bad state or in a very bad situation. So let's say
yes.
in another 20 years, I think the US economy will be in a very, very bad, like you could say, place,
Yes,
probably. Let's see. That's my prediction or assumption. That's what I'm thinking.
yes,
Yeah. So see, although it looks like, although it feels like the US is doing very well, uh, in reality, this is not the truth. In truth, they have a debt of $34 trillion. Imagine that.
yes,
That's the debt that they have. So it's actually quite high.
yes.
So
So
yeah,
high.
it's pretty high. So yeah, like not everything is like you can say, like rosy or like well. Okay,
Yes,
so yeah, and that's why, like, when I was a kid, like, as a young person, or like when I was in my teenage years, right? I
yes,
used to dream of going to the USA. Like, that was my dream. But right now, if I think
yes,
about it, nah, like, I don't want to go to the USA. That's no longer my goal. I
yes.
actually want to go to, let's say, New Zealand, or
Oh,
countries like, some other which are much more, you would say, better off in terms of uh,
yes,
security and economy.
yes.
So
That happiness
happiness,
country.
yep.
Yes,
Or countries like, let's say, if you talk about, like, let's say, Luxembourg, or
yes, exactly.
let's say, Malta, or if you talk
Yes,
about, Latvia, countries,
yes,
or like, Norway, Finland, like
yes,
those are much better. Yep. So countries who are doing a lot better in the happiness index. So
yes,
I would like to go to those countries. Or if you talk about Denmark, right? So they're much better off because
yes, exactly.
although the USA, yep, I agree, the USA is the most powerful country in the world because of
Yes,
their, like, let's say, the arms force, like their military power, right?
yes,
But in terms of security and happiness, they're not doing very well. Like
yes,
America is not doing very well in terms of security and happiness. Uh,
yes,
the American people, like, they're depressed, they're anxious, they're suicidal, and
yes,
also, if you talk about their security,
yes,
there's violence, there's shootings everywhere, and so it is not.
exactly, yes,
Yep, and that's why right now as an adult, I have no intention of settling in the USA or in the US.
yes,
I would much
yes,
prefer, like, let's say, if you talk about the Scandinavian countries. Okay.
yes,
So those kind of the Scandinavian, Scandinavian. How it's spelled? I forgot about the spelling. Let me just give it this. Okay. So let's see. Scandinavian countries. Scandinavian. Yep, got it. So we say the Scandinavian. I
yes,
prefer these countries. Okay, Scandinavian countries. Scandinavian. Yep, these countries. Scandinavian. Scandinavian. Yep. Okay. These countries. So they are,
yes,
say, like the north of Europe, like on the upper side. I think countries like, I don't know, what else? Okay, Norway. There's Finland, uh, Georgia. I think Georgia. Then okay, let me just Scandinavian countries. There's Sweden,
yes,
Finland, and Scandinavia. Okay, so countries, which ones? Let's see. Yep. So there's Denmark, Norway, and Sweden. These three.
yes,
And also, I think if you talk about which ones, the Slavic countries, Slavic. Yeah, yeah, Slavic. Also Slavic. Have you heard about
yes,
Slavic? So Slavic. Those Slavs are a race of people. Okay, Slavs. Slavs are a race of people. Just like if you talk about the Mongoloids, right? So same like that. So the Slavs, right? And we call them the Slavic people. So
yes,
countries from people from countries like Russia, Czech Republic, Ukraine, Belarus,
yes,
Bulgaria, Slovenia, Croatia,
yes,
Poland, Bosnia
yes,
and Herzegovina. So
yes.
okay.
Oh, sir.
Yep. So Montenegro, Serbia, Slovakia, Macedonia. So these
Yes,
countries, they're called the Slavs, or people from the Slavic countries, Slavic. So Slavs are Slavic, and I also like these countries because they are very traditional, and
yes,
they value like family. So they have these family values.
yes,
They have like a very strong bond, and they form a very close knit family ties. So
yes,
just like your country, Vietnam, like if you talk about the Southeast Asia, you
yes,
value family relationships and bondings a lot. Like you prioritize, or you give it like a lot of importance. So
yes,
your countries, you give importance to family bonding, and like family bonding, and let's say relationships. Okay,
yes,
like in your countries. So it's the same for these Eastern European countries, or like the Slavic countries. They also
yes,
value like, let's say, family bonding and relationships. They value that. So
yes,
they have the traditional view on like the family values, and
yes,
that's why I also like them. The Slavic, and yep, and they're very friendly. They're also quite friendly.
yes, yes,
Same, like just like you all. That's why, like right now, if you ask me, I like US is not my preferred destination. I would much more
yes,
prefer like living in these countries, or like New Zealand, somewhere down south.
yes,
That's why.
yes, exactly.
Yeah. So yep, and so besides Vietnam, which country would you like to live? Would you like to live in like Japan?
Mm,
Your choice.
mm,
Besides
I
Vietnam.
think Vietnam the same Chinese. I think so.
Okay. So besides Vietnam, you would like to live in China? Like you'd be okay with that?
Uh,
So let's say,
Vietnam.
like if given the choice, right? Let's say example,
Yeah.
like they tell you, okay, like I know that you live in Vietnam, but let's say they mention, okay, besides Vietnam, what other country would you like to live in?
Oh,
What
oh,
would
oh,
be your
oh.
choice?
Yes, yes.
Your choice.
Mm, I think I if the choice different country, I think the Europe country.
Okay, so a country in Europe,
Yes,
like that would be a choice of it, like living or staying.
yes,
If anything other than Vietnam.
yes,
Okay. Yeah. So Europe, particularly where? Eastern Europe, Western Europe, or anywhere in Europe will do. Like any country in Europe.
yes. I send you. I try the the Switzerland and
Ah,
some
Switzerland.
the
Okay, okay, Switzerland.
Denmark or New Zealand is okay.
Okay, okay. So let's say either like in Oceania, okay, like
Yes,
it's called Oceania. So that's where New Zealand is. Okay, New Zealand is like Oceania. All right.
yes,
So either like let's say Switzerland or some European countries.
yes,
Otherwise, in the Oceania, like New Zealand. Yep.
yes,
I would actually like to get the citizenship of New Zealand,
yes,
and so that I can become like a resident in that country. Okay, a
yes,
resident. So apart from being a Bangladeshi, it would be nice if I could
yes,
get the, you could say, the residentship or maybe the citizenship of this country, the New Zealand. Okay,
yes,
if I can obtain the citizenship of New Zealand, it would be really
yes,
awesome. I would try for
yes,
that. Let's see if I can get it. So besides being a Bangladeshi, there's a
yes,
country that I would like to have like be a citizen of, like be a citizen of that country, a citizen belonging to New Zealand.
yes,
That's who like. That's where I want to settle. If not
yes,
for Bangladesh, that's my long-term goal. Let's see what happens.
yes, yes,
So yeah, is your like mom preparing you for lunch? Like preparing lunch for you?
yes, exactly.
Okay, she's preparing lunch for you, and uh, eat your lunch well, and then be mentally like focused for the interview. Okay,
Yes,
go and give it, and just give your best shot, and
yes,
try to kind of calm your nerves, be calm, because I believe that a person is able to answer properly when he is
yes,
mentally calm, like mentally physically calm, like you gotta
yes,
like have like be focused and calm.
yes,
That's what I always say. Okay.
yes. Thank
Yep.
you, teacher.
Yeah.
Yes.
And yep, is there anything else that you would like to talk about today? Any other topic?
Oh, oh, I don't have any question.
Like so my friends, like they watch my videos. Okay, so on YouTube you can watch our sessions. Like there's a channel. Okay, you can go there and you can watch our sessions if you want. It's called Zoom English Learning Academy. All right. So on that channel on YouTube, I post videos about our sessions. All right.
Oh, yes,
And people have commented that you've improved a lot. So I have friends in with me. They say that you're a student, so they talk about you,
yes,
and they always say that, like, compared to the first class that you had with me, right now your fluency has improved a lot. Obviously, as I mentioned, you do struggle with,
yes,
with some letters like X or some other letters, like you have trouble with that. But overall, your fluency. So in pronunciation, there is still room for improvement. However, in your fluency and your understanding and your
oh,
response, you have come a long way. So be proud of that, okay? Be proud of how far you've come compared to your
yes,
first class. All right. So
oh,
all the
yes,
lessons, like is posted on this channel on this one on our YouTube channel,
yes.
so you can watch it if you want. All right.
Oh, oh,
And
I think I will become famous people in
on
on
YouTube, yes,
your
yes, yes. On
YouTube.
YouTube, exactly. Yep. So when, like, let's say when my channel becomes reputed or famous, then
Yes,
you as my student will also become famous because
yes,
you are part of these videos. Okay, you're part of these
yes,
videos, so you also become famous. Like when
yes,
when my channel will grow, will also become famous.
yes,
But yep, so be proud of what of like what you've achieved and how far
yes,
you've come. Because my friends or like my let's say people who watch my channel, they keep saying that
yes,
wow, this Vietnam student. He's come. He has improved a lot compared to his first class. Right.
Yes.
So you've come a long way. Okay. So keep pushing, keep learning, and
Yes.
keep trying to improve. Okay.
Yes.
So for now, take care. All the best for your interview, and
Yes.
enjoy your lunch. Okay.
And yes, see you on
Tuesday.
till
Yeah.
Tuesday. Yeah,
Tuesday
in
next week.
next week. Yeah, and
Oh.
now I write the project and invite you.
Okay. Yeah. Create a project.
Yes.
Invite me, and I will make the bid. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. Yep. Take care.